What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, I'm gonna make a follow-up video about this Anthony Joshua Alexander Povetkin fight because it is like somebody lifted up a moldy rug and a bunch of cockroaches started running out talking shit. Look, man, Anthony Joshua has been exposed. Okay, whether you want him to have been exposed or not, it's already over. There's no debate to be had, nothing. Anthony Joshua is a decent fighter. He's a big guy, he's heavy-handed, and he's got a big promoter. That's it. Other than that, there's nothing special about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is eventually going to wind up flat on his face in a boxing ring because he's slow, he's not very talented, and he can barely take a punch. This is the third fight. What is this, the third fight? Well, I guess I didn't see him get wobbled against Carlos Takam. But he got laid out. He got put on his back by Vladimir Klitschko. He got rocked by a body shot to the top of his chest by Joseph Parker. And he got wobbled again, and I think he might even got his nose broken by Alexander Povetkin. He's just not a special type of fighter. He's a good fighter. There's nothing special about him at all. And the reason why the Deontay Wilder-Anthony Joshua fight has not happened is because Rod McCracken, his trainer, and Eddie Hearn know that there is a significant likelihood that he is going to get knocked unconscious. The things that he showed in that fight against Alexander Povetkin tell me that he is absolutely going to get bombed by a right hand from Deontay Wilder, either straight up the middle where he breaks his guard, or after he breaks his guard, he's going to get hit with something hopping straight back. This new footwork that you see from Anthony Joshua, he jumps straight back in a straight line from Alexander Povetkin, who cannot hit him when he does that. The problem with Deontay Wilder is that Deontay Wilder might be 1.5 inches taller than Anthony Joshua. He's longer than Anthony Joshua. And if you hop back like that, you're going to get hit with something that feels like a ton of bricks. Anthony Joshua he's just not all that. I understand that you guys were proud of him of winning the Olympic gold medal, and he won fights in Wembley Stadium. You guys get to stand around and sing Sweet Caroline and all that stuff. Good, enjoy it. But that's what Anthony Joshua is. He's a domestic level fighter who has a good fan base. But if he fights Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury is any way, shape, or form in good shape, he's not going to beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury will box that dude's head off. He will jab him right, jab, right, move, jab, right, move. Clutch. Lean on him. Push him back. Jab, right hand, clutch, push him back. Dude, it's going to be easy money for Tyson Fury because Anthony Joshua is just not that good. And, I could talk about all of the who was ducking who and all that. Look, man, it was over when he turned down a $50 million guarantee so that you guys could see that you saw yesterday. Him arguably lose the first 3 rounds, step up the pace and take out Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin, who had been beaten up by Daniel Dubois in sparring, regular reports were coming out with guys saying, look, when Alexander Povetkin's a monster when he's on PEDs, but when he's not, he just doesn't look that good. Alexander Povetkin's not that good, and everybody knew that Anthony Joshua was going to beat Povetkin. Everybody knew. That's why nobody wanted to see the fight. Don't get excited about him beating somebody that everybody knew he was going to beat. What you guys were saying, the sales pitch that was being thrown around for Alexander Povetkin is that he was dangerous. Oh, he's dangerous. Any heavyweight is dangerous. Anybody that knows how, anybody that's, I guess, 6'2", what is he, 6'2", 230, something like that, that is going to throw wide looping hooks and wide left hooks and wide looping right hooks, can be dangerous. We knew he was dangerous. It looked like he broke Anthony Joshua's nose. But that didn't mean Anthony Joshua is any risk of losing that fight. The only way Anthony Joshua was going to lose the fight against Alexander Povetkin is if Alexander Povetkin knocked him out, because he wasn't even going to get the scorecard over there in the UK. My understanding is that they had they gave the first 4 or 5 rounds to Anthony Joshua, which is ridiculous. But we know that that's what's going to be because it's just a home cook situation. So please, look, man, I had stopped making videos about Anthony Joshua, but now you guys are crawling back on my page because of my opinion, which is that the dude is he's a good fighter. That's all he is. He's a good fighter. I don't know if he beats Jarrell. I don't even want to talk about Deontay Wilder. I don't know if he beats Big Baby Miller. I think this dude will have everything he could get against Big Baby Miller. He looks less confident than he's done. He doesn't look confident. He's looking there. He was in there with Alexander Povetkin looking scared. That's just the way that I see it. But look, feel good about the guy. That's fine. But, look, he's embarrassed himself in the United States because nobody cared about Alexander Povetkin. He might as well have fought Dukakis. But you guys would be, the Anthony Joshua, whatever y'all are, would just be just as excited if he fought Dukakis and knocked him out. Because all of a sudden, the guy would have been the greatest thing ever. Right? The irony of these guys are out there saying things like this, which is funny to me. You bash Luis Ortiz because Luis Ortiz is 39 years old. And Deontay Wilder fought him, right? Deontay, who was Anthony Joshua's mandatory, who Anthony Joshua wouldn't fight. When he was his WBA mandatory, Anthony Joshua wouldn't fight him. So Luis Ortiz is garbage because he's older and he's garbage. But then you act like Alexander Povetkin is a good win and justify Alexander being a good win by trashing Luis Ortiz. And I'm like, which one is it? I'm telling you that Anthony Joshua beat somebody I don't give a half a shit about because everybody knew 5 months before the fight. Well, first of all, we knew 5 months ago the fight was going to happen. Okay? I never believed for a minute that Anthony Joshua was going to fight Deontay Wilder. I would do the videos and I'd say, yeah, okay, they're saying they're talking, but he don't want that fight. He's going to fight Alexander Povetkin. Everybody knew we said it 100 times. He's going to fight Alexander Povetkin. We said this months ago. More than 4 or 5 months ago. I'm thinking it was in January or something. Whenever I'm sorry. It couldn't have been January. It had to be the March time frame. Whenever it was that he fought, right after he fought Joseph Parker, whenever they came down with that mandatory, Alexander Povetkin mandatory thing. Dude, this was nothing but a protect Anthony Joshua fight. It was a protect Anthony Joshua fight. Give him a chance to make his career better. He's out there talking about how he wants to have the longevity of a Manny Pacquiao. He wants to fight for 10 years. Yeah, he wants to fight for 10 years because he's going to because he thinks he can get away with fighting guys like that. But I'm telling you, he's just not that good. He's just not that good. I'm watching him fight, man. I don't see even I don't see a Gervonta Davis talent level when I watch him fight. There's just nothing. He's big. He's big. That's what his talent is. He's big. That's his whole talent. Anthony Joshua's big. That's it. He's not fast. He's not particularly highly skilled, right? They're he's more overall skilled than Deontay Wilder. He's not. No, what he is he's more orthodox than Deontay Wilder. That's what I see. He's more orthodox than Deontay Wilder. But I don't think he's getting through 40 fights, man. Okay, he's looking scary at 25. I don't think he's getting through 40 fights. But, hey, man, it is what it is. But I don't have to bash. I don't have to support Deontay Wilder to bash Anthony Joshua. Those are two entirely different situations. Two entirely different situations. Deontay Wilder, or two different things, rather. Deontay Wilder can be Deontay Wilder out by himself. Doesn't matter. He could retire tomorrow. I would say the same thing about Anthony Joshua. That Anthony Joshua is he's a corporate monster. He's somebody that Eddie Hearn and those guys are trying to protect and trying to grow, and they're trying to manufacture into something big. But the problem with him being something big is going to be that unless Europe triples their love for him, he's not going to be, because in the United States, which is the international center for boxing, like people talk about the United States like that's just, it's just you guys are just over there, you never leave. Dude, the big international fights, most of the big international fights happen in the United States. Most of them. Most of the big ones happen here. But hey, man, what do we know? I know this, though. Don't nobody care about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, nobody watched that fight. Very few people watched that fight. You had to be the most hardcorest of hardcore boxing fans to even watch it. He's irrelevant over here. And Deontay Wilder with this pay-per-view card, if he just builds his own reputation here, Deontay Wilder doesn't need Anthony Joshua. Doesn't need him because we don't need your money. Eddie, to be a successful boxer in the United States, all Deontay Wilder needs is the people that are around him already to get the support of American fight fans. That's it. And his name has grown exponentially in the last year. And he's going to be on a pay-per-view card, which is about the best pay-per-view card that I've heard of. So, honestly, I don't care about it. I want unification. I really do. Not unification. I want the undisputed heavyweight champion. But whether it's Anthony Joshua or not, I don't care, man. Because, like I said, he's not that good. He and his promoter behave like prima donnas. And everything that they've done over the last year has flown right back in their face. And eventually that shit's going to catch up to them. I would like to see real fighters, man. Real dudes that really want to go at it, really want to prove that they're the best, and not a bunch of Nancy fancy pants underwear models that hardly can take a punch. And the only reason that they can win the fights that they can win is just because they're bigger than the other guy. So anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.